Okay, today we shall cover some areas like ledger settings, document splitting, profit center, um, profit center hierarchy, and after documents, material ledger activation. Very important areas, all of these. Okay, ledgers, fiscal year, maintain fiscal year. Now, what is fiscal year variant in SAP Finance? It's pretty simple. Some companies will have financial year starting from April to March. Some will have July to June. Some will have calendar year, which is January, December. Hence, calendar years are marked and checked over here. Year dependent is marked and it corresponds with the calendar of 2022 or 23 or 24. As and when required, this is done when the company is either temporary or is going to be merged or has a very short span like a project. So it will correspond with year dependent checks. 12 months for extra periods for adjustments. Adjustments like unplanned depreciation, taxation, and unposted invoices, unreconciled invoices, um, reconciliation of URIR, okay, and a reconciliation of bank statement with bank accounts in SAP, okay, unposted documents or uncleared documents, balance carry forward. These are the adjustments that we carry out. Okay, so if we take up July to June, for example, V6, V6, and let's say the periods over here are periods over here are something a little bit mismatching, but with different settings. So period one in calendar is period 7, that is July. So period one in SAP for July to June will be month of July. So year shift will be 2022. So it will go till December 2022, and that will be the 6th month. But as the 7th month will start, it will be month one of calendar, that is January, but 7th period of 2022 fiscal year. So year will shift from 2023 to 2022. That is how it is done. Okay. Now coming back, fiscal year, we have by default fiscal years. Okay. We assign one to the company code, and RG50 RG50 has K4. Okay, it's already assigned. So coming to the very important topic, which is ledgers, because we have to deal with the ledger settings, document split, profit center, hierarchy, and material ledger activation. So let's go for the settings and let's see how ledgers are handled in SAP. This is a conceptual area, very important. We have to understand. This is usually asked in the interviews. And okay, in SAP, there is only one leading ledger, which is the standard ledger across the whole of SAP, where all entries are falling in and posted in this leading ledger. Rest are standard or extension ledgers. And why do we need other ledgers? For different currency posting or for different accounting standards. Okay. So for that, we have an extension. So what is the difference between standard and extension? Extension basically is just uh, an expansion of any ledger, standard ledger. So it's a part working under a standard ledger. If a standard ledger is working for IAS, extension ledger might be used for IFRS or GAAP or for different currencies. Okay. But there is one leading ledger. I will check this company code settings for the ledger. And over here, I will search for my company code. RG50. Double click. Okay. Parallel accounting uses GL accounts. Posting period variant will be uh, default. Posting period variant is um, let's say double F42. Let's take that for now. Accounting principle will be GAAP. Okay. Functional currency will be company code currency, profit center currency. Okay. Or controlling area currency. So we have 10. Currency type is 10. Okay. 10 is taken over here. And controlling object currency is 70. We'll come to this later. Let's save it. RG50. Okay. Accounting principles. We can have multiple accounting principles. And accounting principles will be 60 GAAP. And let's just take two. IFRS and generally accepted accounting principles. Let's save it. Okay, now comes, this was the ledger part. I've given the important explanation for that. Let's come down to the next part, which is very important, and that will be used. Okay, ledger group is again ledger posting if you want in different currency, and if you want entries in another ledger, you create a ledger group. Okay. Parallel valuation, very important. Multiple valuation approaches. This is used to make material valuation. Material valuation. What is material valuation? That it comes under material ledger activation. So currency plus valuation profile for material valuation. Why do we need material valuation? Because your inventory can be produced in another country, okay, in another country where currency can be different, okay, can be like INR or USD or AED, okay, and your reporting currency or company code currency can be euro, okay. So this will make a difference. Why? Because inventory will be produced, consumed, scrapped, sold, and transferred in that currency. So you will need conversion. So you need to valuate material. If you have material for more than 1 year, then valuation will be necessary. The same stock of 1,000 units was $100 in 2022. Okay, but the same will be different in uh, 2023 because of inflation or prices or whatever economic conditions. Okay, so that's why we need a currency and valuation profile, uh, RG50, RG50 currency valuation profile. Okay, save it. Currency and valuation profile. It's done. Okay, now uh, we have to assign it to controlling area, but we have to see if we made a controlling area. If we haven't, then we'll have to make it. Okay, RG50, RG50 is made. So RG50 is the same. Okay, save. So it's basically given to controlling. Why it is given, I'll explain it later. Okay, create version for valuation methods. Why do we create versions? Now, versions, what are versions? Plan version, actual version. So in plan, I make a plan that I will make 1,000 units, but in actual, only make 933 units, or let's say 30 units. So there is a variance of 70 units. So this is why we create a plan actual version where we can calculate the difference between actual and plan. We can also see what is still in work in progress, okay, and see the variance between plan and actual, okay. So we go for controlling area settings. Controlling area is having valuation of three types: legal, group, and profit center. There are three types of valuations in SAP group, legal, profit center. So we'll go for settings for each fiscal year. Version is locked, no integrate planning 2000 onwards from 2022. Save. Yes. Okay. Yes. RG. Again, SBRO. Basic settings, versions. Save. No, no. Okay, this is saved. Define ledger for CO version. Okay, we have to define this. CO area RG50 version 0, which is actual time 0L will be the leading ledger. Save. Save. Now we're done with this. Okay. Next part is material ledger settings. Very important. These are interview questions. Assign currency types. New entries. RG50. Material ledger. RG50. Save. Okay, saved. Now these are very necessary settings. Assign material ledger types to valuation area. New entries. Valuation area RG50. Material ledger type RG50. Okay, save. So how come valuation area is equal to company code? It picked company because valuation area is plant and plant is reporting to company code, and that's why it picked it up and it integrated with material ledger. Activate valuation areas for material ledger. We will activate. Okay, position RG50. Price determination is 2, that is transaction based, and save. Okay, now comes valuation clearing account. Will do this later. Activation will do this later. Once this is done, we come to the next document, important part in financial accounting, and that is general ledger accounting, transactions, splitting. Very important. What is splitting? I'll tell you this after I configure this. Okay. Double F42, I will use this as a template and control Y. Control C. Control Y, Control C, page down. Okay, 80201. 80201 is last entry. So Control Y and Control C. Let me copy it. Okay, I'll copy all this till 80201 and I'll go back. RG50. Enter. Okay. Now I will paste the remaining. Okay. Um, Let me save it. Save. RG50. Again, I have to put some checks. Or these are the checks. Okay. Check and save. What is document splitting? Document splitting is nothing but something like this. You purchase, let's say, you purchase stationery or any expense or service from vendor. Okay, so this is the uh, journal entry. Okay, now, but accounting standard says that you have to split because this purchased service or stationery can be used by many departments like uh, production, marketing, sales, research and development. So you cannot ascertain how much of this service was used by this. So SAP has devised a solution. For example, um, stationery was purchased for 10,000. So stationery 3,300, or let's say 3,000 to vendor 3,000. This is used by marketing. So uh, it will also share the burden of sales tax. Let's say this was 120 and withholding tax. Let's say 20. Okay. So this profit center marketing is using, this is a profit center. It will show the breakup of the vendor sales tax under this profit center marketing. Same goes for production profit center. Same. Okay. And in production profit center, of course, the amount will be different, like 2,000. And uh, let's say this is 90, and withholding tax will be like 12. So production is also sharing the burden of the service. So the breakup gives you molecular details. That's why we have document splitting. Okay. That is one part of the explanation. Now, what is this override? Override, I will explain later. Right now, I have to make a profit center. And but before that, zero balance clearing account. Very important. Very important. Standard account for zero balance. Now, what is zero balance? Let me explain that. Zero balance is this, zero balance. Now, marketing paid withholding tax of 10.3. Production paid for, let's say, 4.07. Okay. Sales paid around 9.11. So 10 will be absorbed by marketing. Production will absorb 4. Okay. 9 will be absorbed by sales. So what about 0.3, 0.07, 0.11? This is collected by zero balance. Okay. And it keeps accumulating until zero balance has rounded up like to 3, to 7, and to, let's say, 20. So it will then distribute it to the respective departments. Okay, so zero balance has to be 0 at the end. Okay, that is very important. That is the important point. Okay, new entries 80250. This is not made yet, but we will save it. We'll make it later. But we are defining it nonetheless. Same goes for posting, primary, CO posting. CO posting in cost centers. GL account 80250, same account, save. Cash pooling for cash accounts, for bank charges, or taxes on filers on withdrawal, something like that. Okay. Save. Okay. Data was saved. It's done. Now, document splitting is done. I've shared the concept also, but we have another thing, which is master data, profit center, and assignment of account, assign default as profit centers to account. Okay, so we will define a standard hierarchy first. Has not been defined in controlling area. Okay, for that, OKK P, I guess it's the financial code. मौकफ शिराज को आपने निकाल दिया क्यों?
5,000 दिए उसके बाद कभी दोबारा से शक्ल भी नहीं दिखाई। जुलाई से आ रहा है, 1 महीना हो गया। 5,000 तो मैं आपको दे दूंगा, 10 दिन बाद मैं आपको बाकी के दे दूंगा। तो 5,000 दिए हैं उसको। तो दिखाएगा मतलब